catch 'em all.
Alright, ladies and gents, welcome back to another web app by AutoCAD video. What we are going to create today is called a field assignment, and the field is going to be in inches because we haven't learned how to draw things full scale yet. So we are going to make this 8 inches by 5.5 inches, and we're going to be using the web app to do so. Alright, so I'm using the software here just to show you the dimensioning. And there's something else I wanted to show real quick. Besides the way that we normally center our drawing, we normally go from corner to corner, and then we do a construction line at the midpoint, straight up and down, straight left. Then we erase the diagonal, and then we start doing our offsets. So you can still do it this way if you'd like. Since this is 8 inches from left to right, we're going to offset this line 4 inches to the right, grab the same line 4 inches to the left, and all I did there was I just grabbed offset, I click the line that I want to offset, and then I go in which direction I want to go and type my number. So if the height is 5.5, half of that is 2.75. You're always getting half of the big numbers and going down 2.75, and you end up with now a fillet radius 0, where you have to go around and clean up the corners. So all you do is just click both corners and it makes a nice corner, okay? And then we wouldn't need these lines anymore, and we would go from there. Now, it may be easier to draw this drawing the other way, which is drawing it out here and then moving it in. So I will draw it that way in front of you so you can see it, but just so that I can show you how you would center it, you would take a diagonal line like we normally do from here to here, and you would then select everything, type move, or hit the move tool under modify, which is right there. You grab it from the center of the drawing, okay? Now if you don't have a center of the drawing, then you put a diagonal line on the drawing itself, but in this case we do have a midpoint, we have a center, so we can grab it from here and we can put it at this midpoint here. And then you would obviously erase the lines. If you're not getting midpoint, make sure that O snap is blue down here, and make sure that when you go with the arrow next to it, that midpoint is checked, okay? So let's draw this thing, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take the line tool, and again, you can draw it out here and move it in later, and you're going to go around in a box, and you're going to go 5.5, 8, and then you're going to go up 5.5, and then to the left 8. And you can see all I'm doing is staying on the green line as I'm doing that, because any line that's straight up and down or left to right is really easy to draw, okay? Then I'm going to take a line and I'm going to put it down the midpoint to midpoint, and I'm going to draw a circle at the midpoint of that is a 3/4 radius, okay? So when you're in the circle tool, you'll see it says down here, where's the center of the circle, and then it'll say specify the radius. Now if you wanted to do diameter, you could click diameter and type in your diameter, but in this case on our measurements we have 3/4 inch radius. These are going to be 3/4 radius, and so on, okay? So next thing, we're going to work on the goals, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to take the offset tool, and you're going to use the offset tool a lot in this drawing, but more specifically a lot in every drawing. So click this line here, move to the left, and go 1/4 of an inch. And the reason why we're doing that is because of this number right here. It says that from the goal line to the back of the net is 1/4. Over here, the net itself is 1/2 inch from left to right. Just look at the arrows and see what it's pointing to, okay? So once we get this, what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line from this midpoint to this midpoint, and we're going to offset that line up and down. So this is going to go, you know, if it's supposed to be 1/2 total, we get half of that number. So this is going to go half of that, which is 1/4. By the way, if you're trying to figure out half of a fraction, just double the bottom number. So half of, you know, 1/2 would be double the bottom number, 1/4. Half of 1/4 is 1/8. Half of 1/8 is 1/16, and so on. Alright, so now we're going to take this line again, and we're going to go down 1/4. Alright, now I can get rid of this line, or I could trim it. That's up to you. I can get rid of this line, go back to line, close the back of my goal. Now here's a little trick for you. Every time you draw something on this side, since it's symmetrical and the same stuff is going to be on the right side, you could use mirror, which is just MI enter, and you can mirror it from basically over the center of the field, over the 50-yard line. So you'd go from here to here, and then it's going to say, do you want to erase the source object? No. So now we got both goals. Okay. So now we're going to move on to the goalie box here, which is a 1/2 inch out and a 1/2 inch out from what we already have, and then it goes a 1/2 inch, that's this number, from the goal line forward. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll use the offset tool again, offset, click this line, and we're going to go 1/2 down. Now you'll notice that that's outside and we need it inside, but we're going to tackle that in a second. You can go 1/2 up. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab the left blue mark and I'm just going to go like this, and I'll trim off the rest later. It doesn't matter how far you go. Alright, we'll trim the rest later. Alright, offset. Click the line first. Go to the right, 1/2 inch. Enter. So now I can either trim, or I could use a fillet radius 0 and do the corners like we normally do. That's fine too. But now that this is done, I'll take those 3, and you can mirror it all at the end, but I just want to show the command a couple times, that way you guys get it down. You can mirror it from here to here, and then it says, do you want to erase the source? And the answer is no. So now we got that part done. Alright. Next thing is the PK line. The PK line is 1/8 of an inch total, and it's based on the center of the drawing. So if there's a line going down this way, you're going to go 1/2 of 1/8, which we said before is 1/16. That's going to be 1/16 up, 1/16 down, and that's how big that line's going to be. How far is it from here to here? We have to look up here for that. 1/2 of an inch. Alright, so you're going to do another offset. You're going to go, oops, sorry, don't type your number yet. You're going to go from here and go to the right, 1/2 inch. I'm going to take a line, and this line can be any length, it doesn't matter. This is going to be a dummy line. Okay, so a dummy line is basically a line that you're going to end up erasing later on. If I want the line to be 1/8, oops, sorry, I did it again. Then I'm going to go 1/16 up. And then I'm going to grab this line again and go 1/16 down. Now I can get rid of the middle one, and I can trim. So without those 2 dummy lines, I wouldn't have anywhere to trim it off at, and that's why we need it. And then you get rid of these 2, and you have your PK line. And again, I can take that PK line, MI, enter, from here to here. Make sure you're getting those green snap points. Erase the source, no. Alright, so now we have the 18-yard line to do, and the arc, and then it's done, and then we just have to dimension it. So the 18-yard line is 1.5 inches from the goal line, so you can do it that way, or it's 1/2 inch from this line. You can do it either way. Okay, I'm gonna go offset, click this line, and go 1.5. Now you can also type that as 1 and 1/2, which would look like this. Alright, but it doesn't matter which way you do it, they're both the same. Next thing, how wide is it? So total, it looks like 1, 1.5, and 1. I'm looking at these numbers right here. So it would be 3.5 total, but from this line we can go 1, and from that line we can go 1. So we'll do another offset. Offset, click the line, we'll do it on the left side still. Click the line and go down 1, enter. Click the line and go up 1, enter. Now you got a couple options here. You can use the extend tool to extend this. You can use fillet radius 0 and click from here to here, or you can even just grab these blue marks and drag that until it snaps for both. So that's probably the longest way, but you can do it any way you like. Okay, so now we have, well, let's get that circle first. That circle is going to use the PK line as the center. So if you want, you can just take this circle and use copy and grab it from the midpoint and put that right here and right here. Although, let's mirror so we don't actually need the right side. And you're going to trim here and here, and this becomes extra, so you delete it. So you get that. Now select these lines. MI, enter. Across the middle of the field from here to here. Erase the source, no. And now you end up with the field. Okay. New tool, it's called hatch under draw right here. And all you're going to do is you're just going to click in the goal, and you're going to click in the other goal, and then hit enter. Now this command works a little slower but you know, hopefully your internet speed can keep up. All you got to do is hit enter afterwards, and it does the little hatch pattern in the goals. Okay. On the software version, we can actually do like it kind of looks like a net, but we don't have that option in here to change what the hatch pattern is actually doing. Okay. So that's done right now. The last thing I want you to do is throw a couple dimensions on there. So under annotate, go to dimension, show me a couple things. Show me how big the goal is. Show me how big the goalie box is. See how I can just click on this circle and get a dimension for it. You can do one of these as well if you'd like. I want to know what the big measurements are. I want to know that this from there to there is 8, and make sure that you're getting these snap points. Don't accidentally click the end of the dimension or off into the black abyss. Click from here, this green shape, to this green shape, and move out. Alright, so we need to know that. We're going to need to know from here to here. Oh, we already did that. We got 8 up top. So we can do from here to here. That's 1.5. And let's do 2 more. Let's do from here to here is 0.5, and from here to here is 1/4. And I think that's it. That's all we really need. Alright, so once you get that, you're going to hit save, or save as if you haven't done that yet, and save it as field, and then you're going to output your PDF file and upload that to the classroom. Alright, I appreciate you guys watching. This was another AutoCAD Web App video, and we were doing the field assignment. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.